said a bard's life can often be a hard life, or hill in jail to rove and always move from town to town. And some folk have inquired if ever we grow tired of ranging all around the world and never settling down.
But one should be a little wary of remaining stationary, 'cause comfortable is lovely, but it's not the way we grow. When life starts to unravel, pick up your pack and travel. You'll find a strange serenity in places you don't know. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. You've got no map for showing which direction you are going.
But why start on a journey if you know where it will end?
And once you recognize,
to anticipate surprise, you'll relish every twist and turn that lies around the bend. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road.
The world has got its demons. There are many reasons why you'd find it harder to be brave than be afraid.
But every life could use some danger. Every friend was once a stranger. Ships are safe in harbor, but that's not why ships are made.
Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee-da-dee. A fwit-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Adventures waiting further down the road.
Let's go!
Greetings, adventurers. We have arrived to part 2 of Dude, Where is My Pet Chest? It is the Patreon Saints only game that we do as a reward for our Patreon Saints. Oh, welcome to Nat 21 Adventures. This is a very exciting day here. So much is going on, and there's crazy storms happening. And last week we missed it because the storms happened and we shut everything down. And welcome, Evelyn Evermore. Welcome. So let's talk. Here we are in Nat 21, and my camera's being all dramatic tonight. It's got like this crazy zoom happening back and forth, and it's gonna be like that crazy groundhog. All right, so. Welcome to Nat 21 Adventures. We have a Patreon where you can subscribe and get all kinds of benefits. You can get, I know it's very dramatic, and you can get, where's my Patreon Saints card? I've lost it. I've lost everything. Patreon Saints, you can subscribe and get benefits and backstage access to some of the conversations and have AMAs and have special prizes and sales and for the highest tier of our Patreon Saints game, you get to join in the Grand Patreon Saints game and play with us, members of the Nat 21 Adventure show cast. So I'm pretty excited. Last month, because we do this once a month on the special rotating Thursday, we had the players deliver a contraband giant mollusk that they never bothered to look in. They just knew it was illegal, which is actually good that they didn't check, but they delivered it to this party, to the very wealthy and very sexy Finn Diesel. He is a kind of like the sexiest fishman you have ever seen. And he was hosting this massive party for the city of Bruges, which is kind of a fish town on the brand new island of Mystmore. Now, the party was sent to Mystmore originally to explore, but they got hooked up with some shady people, Mayor Finkel, and they decided to kind of stick around for the party after receiving gracious invitations. And that night, they all partook, whether they wanted to or not, in a fine aerosol mist of lack of inhibitions. It was a delightful evening for everybody. So let's welcome our players let's welcome our players as we try and remember what we did the night before in that party, because they left a trail of clues for themselves or misdeeds throughout the city. And when they woke up, by the way, their poor little pet dog Chesty was missing. And Finn Diesel said wasn't even there, but his very sexy and accommodating fish manservant, who was beloved by everybody, and yeah, it was helped them try and find out where they went. So I had a whole list of notes, and when I redid my computer, I don't even see them anywhere, but I know what's coming next, and I tell you what, it's going to be pretty crazy. So we're doing a slight variation on a mechanic that we started last week. So the drug, they're kind of hungover, but this drug, which really drastically reduces your inhibition and enables those innermost desires to come out and see the light of day, which makes it the best party drug that has ever existed. So it's still like coursing through their system a little bit, but for the most part, they're kind of over it. But you guys can spend channel points to help trigger the flashbacks for the party members. And when they get to a certain number, then I'm going to roll. It's either up to the players, because we're doing it a little differently. I'm giving them the option of them having a inhibition that they want to act on, or I roll my random die and give them something. So that's really just going to be all about lack of impulse control. And it could be anything from slapping a baby to eating a fistful of
Oi, who you calling a baby?
You're a baby. You're a pretty little baby with a big beard. So right now it looks like Leaf has 1 point of flashback, and Kazan has another one. So when last we saw our party, they had tracked down one of the places. The first place they went to was called the Shell Pit, which was a gladiator bar. And in this bar, our favorite armor artificer, Malinar, had built this incredible suit of armor that seemed to be autonomous and was just dominating all of the fights. And Leaf apparently tried to burn the place down by doing a fire dance on a burning table. And let's see, what
Buddy, that party was lit.
That party was lit. What did Kazan do? I don't. Let's say something.
We just don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
We'll
that's
never
right.
know.
We
I
were
don't
on
know.
our way to that location right now.
So,
Who said that?
you know what? Actually, let me just check the board, the big giant chalkboard that says the Dare champions. Let's see. It says right here that Kazan successfully seduced the giant Minotaur door bouncer.
I don't know what I said.
And I will say,
Said.
whatever it was you said lingered, because the next day when you guys showed up to ask around, that bouncer was pretty
Twitter paid it.
Subservient.
subservient. That's probably the word I'm looking at. Could not make eye contact. It was that awkward. It was a beautiful moment. True love.
So Elfie's the top over a Minotaur.
What, you think he's gonna top me? He's heavy.
So yeah, it's a little. It got a little racy. So I have a feeling tonight's adventure might get a little bit more racy, because let's revisit that list of places. Do you guys remember where all the places that you guys were visited the night before that they recommended you check out?
Yeah, there's the place we're at, the place we're going, and the place we've been.
Well, technically, you've been to all of these places.
Exactly.
So first, you started off at the Shell Pit. Oh, hey, look. Let's bring this map into it. So this, let me do the thing here. This little red dot and this whole community here, this little thing, is Finn Diesel's compound of party houses. This building here is the Shell Pit, the gladiator bar. But it's weird. It's just 2 doors down from this building, which was another location known as, anyone remember? The Velvet Pouch.
I'm gonna march right past it.
What would you say the Velvet Pouch was? Does anyone remember that? It was
a house of well-known repute.
It was a very high-end brothel.
Purportedly,
Oh,
I
yes.
visited twice last night.
Yes, that was the rumor. And so you guys were just leaving the Shell Pit. The dog might be at the Velvet Pouch.
No, he's a child. He's never going to be old enough to go there.
Not even in dog years. But chest years, we haven't talked about what it is in chest years. Hey, let's get Geist. Nick's Geist. That's a great name. Are you going to go to the Velvet Pouch?
There were other places. We don't have to go
it's
there.
right there.
No. What? No. I don't. No, there were other places that we went last night that he said he was showing Chesty the sights, right? I read the note. You don't get to read the note, but I read it, and and he said that he was taking Chesty around, and I bet he wouldn't even be anywhere near his own house. So we should just go to the next place down the street.
Aye, and that would be the Crust Velvet. Yeah, all right, so let's go, folks.
No, further
The-
down the street. Further down the street. They walk in.
I love it. So as you casually walk, maybe trying to avoid the velvet pouch, but you're on the street, the door's there. It is getting up on like noonish at this point. And I don't know if you're familiar with the term nooner, but it is one of their busy hours. So there's few very interesting characters sitting out front, and as you walk by,
Oh my God.
they're like, "Oh, hey!"
No.
And then they're like, "Ooh, leave evergreen, leave, oh, leave, leave these pillows. These pillows are plush and plump."
Oh, hello, ladies. How are you today?
And then they start like getting on you and just like being very affectionate. And then Odyssey. Oh, after two. So
Oh boy.
oh, hold on, I gotta get to this thing. Hello. Oh no, I skipped one. There it is. Okay. And then they come up to Malinar and they're like, how do you feel after last night? And they start like casually touching your face. Now, if you remember, you did wake up in a bathtub full of like nails and chunks of metal and scrap junk, and you did have pretty bad burns on your body, and they're like touching your face, which seems fine actually, but how much of the rest of your skin is exposed today?
I barely a square inch. This
Yeah.
armor is super tight fitting.
They have no idea about the level of burns that you have. So they're like, your skin looks positively radiant. It's glowing. And there's people there that are all shapes and sizes and full spectrum of gender. And they are all affectionate, but they are very into Leaf. And Kazon, they go, respect.
You know it.
Respect. Games recognizes game.
Mm.
So, ladies.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Levin, you want some more pillows? You want to do another pillow fight?
Maybe we'll have a pillow fight later. It was, as you know, such a crazy night, and we're just trying to refresh our memories for what happened the previous night before. Could you share what ourselves and maybe my compatriots had themselves involved with this last evening?
Oh, of course. Well, technically, we're not supposed to allow you back in here, but I thought you were just so much fun. We couldn't get enough of you.
How come we weren't allowed back?
Really?
How come we're not allowed back in?
Well, mostly just you, because we had just so much trouble getting you out in the first place. But I think once you like it here, you should never leave, and then we could just have you stay forever.
Oh,
Now
you
that
got-
does sound like some fun, but
You really got
what
stuck
was my
in, didn't you?
companion doing this last night here?
Which companion? Because this one, look at that glow. He went for the full body treatment. And normally when someone's like, give me the hot wax, they're all about kinky stuff. But what he ended up doing is getting an entire full body cast made of himself based on hot wax. It was incredible. incredible. It was very sensual. It was like one of those things where you fall in love with your own sculpture. It was so mesmerizing. And then
Oh,
you were just so big into pillows, and we had a big pillow fight, and then you wouldn't leave the room, and then they had to kick you out. But I'm not really supposed to be talking to you, but I will
well,
say
we're outside right now. I can't be kicked away
exactly
from
what
outside.
I'm thinking. You know, there's no harm, no foul.
Right.
Now,
All right.
Giza,
So okay, that's Melanor. What was this one doing?
oh well, I will just. She has a very, very commanding presence. Is all I can
You
really say
don't
about that.
say.
She taught us all some really creative maneuvers.
You know, it's funny. As I understand it, she actually really did a thing over to a minotaur right down the street.
I heard about that,
He still
and
won't look
I
me
am
in the
Oh, you
not
eye.
did.
surprised. I am not surprised. You know why?
Why is that?
Look at her. Large and in charge. She can really command a room full of anything. So while this lady, this damsel of afternoon delight decides to while she's talking to you guys, you hear kind of a commotion inside, and this woman comes out, and she's clearly kind of in charge, but she's also, I will say, this is not what she's wearing, but it was the closest picture I could find to what she looks like. She is a catfish,
Oh no, we're about to get catfished.
a very sexy catfish.
All right, Kazan, it's all you.
And
She's a
she
catfish.
she goes, what did I say about the dwarf not coming back here ever again? Do you know, we lost pillows with him. He wouldn't even
my-
let go of the cushions. And these are some of the finest velour cushions any house of velvet could possibly own. And you, sir, you can come back anytime you like, but you, she points to Kazan, I would be interested in offering you a regular visitation privileges here so that you may help offer tutelage to the young ladies. Also, she pulls out, and I lost that again. You left this behind, and she pulls this earring out from her little fish ear, which is probably up here because it's like kind of like a weird cat ear on a catfish. And she hands you this earring. She's like, you left this here last night.
Have I seen this earring before?
It's a lovely earring. It's got pearls and a little tiny shell, like whatever those are, the conch, but a little miniature conch shell.
Thank you. I've been missing this. I've never seen this before in my life.
So, yeah.
I understand if you want to offer me a position. I'm a busy woman.
Of course. I absolutely understand.
I am willing to do it again for a consultancy fee.
Oh, I would never even dream of having you do it through gratis. This is not how our industry is built.
Yes, you know, last night was merely a demonstration of what I'm capable of.
Highly admirable and respectable demonstration of your considerable skills.
Thank you. I do have a question for you, madam. So last night we had brought with us our dog, our walking talking box, our walking
Oh,
talking
the most
box.
delightful little Chesty.
Yes.
Oh, so
Isn't he
hot
so
and
delightful?
warm.
Yes, yes. No, we love him dearly. He's gone out for a walk with Finn Dysel, and we woke up this morning and we were missing him. Did you happen to see them come this way?
Oh, yes, of course. Well, I mean, I did see. Oh, he was so adorable. He was like curled up, sleeping like this. Like, I don't even know how you would imagine a little box curled up in a pile of pillows. I tell you, giggling with a giggling little person that wasn't you, but like a kind of a greenish tint with like a pinkish.
Oh, one of those a goblin, you
Oh,
say?
we would never have such things here.
But a big wide yellow eyes.
Oh yes, we would never have such here. But lured it away with a little bit of kibble or meat or some such.
Hmm.
What you got against goblins?
We would never have such here.
It sounds like they did.
Never have such.
But there was a goblin, or some
nuts.
tiny green creature.
Tiny little green creature with a bit of a pinkish hat, kind of long, very droll, boring.
Scholarly type, I bet. Well, did you happen to see which way Chesty went this morning?
Oh yes. Let's see. Oh, by the way, Chesty wasn't with Finn Diesel.
Oh dear, he got
no.
away.
No, it was the little fellow that walked away with, or at least lured Chesty away.
Oh,
Like, come here, come on.
no. Oh,
Lured him
no.
away with like a little piece of meat, and then a wallet, like a little pouch of gold. And Chesty was equally entranced by both. Who can blame him? That Chest has excellent taste.
Oh, he should. He's mine. Ours.
Let's see if I recollect. Oh, I believe that Chesty went to where everyone would eventually goes after a long night here in the velvet pouch. I went to probably get a drink. I was there. Possibly they went to the Wicked Tankard. I feel like that's where I would imagine that they would go. The Wicked Tankard. Yes.
Well, we'll probably head there then, unless, well, no, Leaf, you can't actually have another pillow fight, can you?
Oh no, this one not allowed in. Took forever to get him to leave. He practically were begging us to live here. And if we didn't have so many cabana boys as it is, they basically pay us to take care of our establishment. We might have taken you up on it, but you were very unruly, and all you wanted to do was be buried under pillows. You didn't care what kind. Cushions, body pillows, breasts. You were all for it.
You wanted to live there and be taken care of. You have something of a... I mean, we don't have to talk about it, do we? I won't talk about it if you won't talk about it.
Oh, I believe she is speaking to you, little dwarf person, Mr. Leaf. Oh, are you ignoring her like you ignored us last night?
What's this last night?
Something pillow fight something?
Oh, that's
What?
true. There was a pillow fight.
Why, Elfie, I didn't know you liked to pillow fight.
No, apparently you do.
I mean, who doesn't?
Mm.
I think we've learned something about Leaf.
Yeah, he gets really defensive. That's what we've learned.
So before we go following our little wooden friend, there was a likeness of me that I commissioned last night.
Oh, you were very pivotal in its creation. It was a very sensual experience.
Is it intact?
Well, yes, but it used quite a bit of our in-house wax situation that we normally reserve for, recreation. But you were definitely inspired. One could not stop the muse moving through you.
Ah, I must have had many such musings last night, but such a creation should not be simply left. I have good idea of use for it, and I would pay thee well to have it sent to Magecroft to my shop.
Oh, that what? Well, I'm not as familiar with this.
All the way.
Croft.
You want to transport this fragile wax figure across the sea to Magecroft?
I would, yes.
You're very serious about this. I can see it in your eyes. You have that fever, that fire. Be careful, heat such as that could potentially melt your wax likeness.
I can write you some instructions on how it would be protected. And say provide 40 gold pieces for the trouble of the transit. That's 2 or 3 times what it would cost to bring it there.
Please. Really. We are a high-end establishment. 40 gold pieces would maybe get you a cocktail.
No, just ask to have the effigy. When we get the boat, we'll sail it back. Just ask them to hold on to it for you until we can bring it back.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to give us, say, 75 gold, we won't melt it down. We'll keep it in a room. That will be the expense for our trouble of having to go and acquire an equal amount of unsculpted wax to be used for its original intended purpose.
I appreciate your offer, but I think for 75 gold I could re-endure the process and have another made.
Or you could help my friend out, and I won't have a pillow fight. Inside again.
Oh, I see. Threats. She turns around and shuts the door.
Do you want me to steal it for you? I'll totally steal it for you.
Yes, that would be sufficient.
I'll do that later once we figured out where the dog is.
No balls.
Excuse me? Want to repeat that one?
It's you.
God
Well,
bless you.
Let's head on, shall we?
Let's go to the map. So this establishment, look at right here. That's the Wicked Tanker. Click. What do you say? Huh?
Yeah, let's head down there.
Actually, not that far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 city blocks.
We might be able to get a early afternoon lunch while we're on our quest.
Definitely. It is getting to be thirsty o'clock.
Oh, for sure.
Oi.
Especially since I haven't had any breakfast.
Or second breakfast.
Do I look
So-
like a hobbit to you? I know I'm shorter than you, but that doesn't mean. Ugh.
And I understand the Tolkien estate would have us say halfling. Do I look like a halfling to you?
Oh, right. Excuse
Cry
me.
freedom.
Do I look like a half foot to you?
So you slowly meander. Actually, honestly, if you were really hungry, you could stop at one of those little cafes that's on the way.
Ooh,
Maybe
are
get
there
some
food
street
stalls?
food. Yeah, well, you guys are kind of like hoofing it through town.
I want fish
Um,
tacos.
Of course, there's fish tacos.
Of course you do.
Rude.
I heard that. Okay, so you guys are kind of passing through this little city market here. This establishment is kind of the city center area. So there's like a lot of street food vendors, like things on sticks, things in a little paper, served in newspaper.
Do they have any of those like soft bow buns for short stack up here?
Aww,
He likes pillows.
He likes pillows. Yeah, actually, they have quite a variety. Let's see what kind of food you're gonna eat. So you're walking along this little path here, this little path here, and you're probably gonna go down this road and then this road here. So this road's pretty full, and this one's got some shops too, but this one's got like street vendors. So you get your choice pretty much. And you can each get whatever delightful street food you want for coppers, mere coppers.
Ooh.
But again, it is street food, so roll Constitution.
Street food, some of the best food.
It is,
Nah,
but it's a gamble. It's a gamble. So
not if the
I'm
carts
gonna
are
roll a
good.
number.
If the carts
You're gonna
lasted
roll a
long
number.
enough, they haven't given anybody food poisoning.
I'm gonna roll a number, and you roll a number, and I'm not kidding. Roll for Constitution for
Oh,
your
boy.
street food eating.
Is this better or worse than the dive bar? I'm getting my fish tacos.
I mean, they're all delicious. I want to be clear. Everything that you guys snack on is delicious.
I got a 12.
14.
Oh, I got a 17 because of the +5 that Evelyn gave me earlier.
Mm.
Let's see. I had advantage, so I need to roll that.
Technically, I had an auto success in that case.
Oh, how about a nat roll?
A nat what?
Nat 20 plus 2.
A nat
for
21.
22.
Excellent. So you, Leaf, what did you find on your street vendor?
Some
food?
nice little soft, fruit cakes that are real pillowy.
Oh, in fact, these fruit cakes that are real pillowy send waves of pleasure and delight through you. And I am actually, you were really close. I'm actually going to roll a d4 for you because that's how good these street food fruit pillow cakes are. Okay. Oh, let's have a look at what you just. They triggered something in you. They were so good. In fact, they make you want to hug everything. So you take a bite of this. And if you ever had like a beer or like some food that's just so good and you can feel how good it is coming up on the back of your head and you're just like, oh my gosh. And you just start hugging the food and you are compelled to just hug everything around you for 4 rounds.
Oh. Oh yeah, Elfie, you want to try some? This is. Oh, this is.
Why are you hugging my leg?
It's really good.
My
Mm.
leg?
Hey, I'll show you. You don't want to know how good pillows can be. Oh, take a taste out of this.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Mm.
Are you absolutely certain you're not going to be mad at me if I take a little bit? I'm holding my fish taco in the other hand.
No. Here,
Oh,
here,
yeah, all
Dilla.
right. All right. Here it is.
And that sensation has passed now. You're like, it's still a really good food, but that compulsion to hug everything has passed.
That's delicious.
And it
That's
is really
so
good.
I see. That's what you. That's how much. That's the joy that you can experience with some good pillows. You know what I mean.
I grew my own set of good pillows. Thank you.
I bet you did.
Apparently, everybody likes them. Ow. And I have some of my fish taco. I do not offer him a bite. They're street
None of
tacos. They're tiny.
you rolled lower than the Constitution roll. So you guys are all good. You all made, and it's all pretty tasty, actually. It's like, street food in New York. Could have been a hit, it could have been a miss, but you all got hits. Aww. Here it is. So you guys make it through the gauntlet of tasty, tasty street foods, which henceforth this will be known as the Street of Noms. Street of Noms. I'll rename it. And then this area here, these are kind of like boutique shops, and there's some street vendors. Kind of like a Portobello Road kind of deal. But you basically make it to this. I know, it's a great song. Great life. And
where all the mysteries of ancients are stowed.
Anything and everything a chap can unload.
We should probably stop.
Portobello Road.
That song goes on for 8 minutes. We need to stop.
I love that song. So you guys make it to the Wicked Tankard. And it is one step above a dive bar. The wood of the structure looks like it's being held together by old smoke tar and dried alcohol beer. If you had washed it, it would fall apart kind of establishment. But there was probably a door, but there's like half a door now. And it's like made out of an old cart, piece of like a cart, maybe a barrow that they sold things on Portobello Road. And there are kind of like interesting soot marks and char all around the outside of this, kind of like it was coming from the inside, but it is not on fire as far as you guys can see. I take it. Do you go in?
I'm
Yes.
not sure.
All right, I'm thirsty.
Yeah, you are.
I mean, that's the thing about good cake. It does make you thirsty.
Cake.
What kind of cake exactly?
It was
Yes.
Cream filled? Chocolate?
So you walk in, and as you walk in, you hear this chorus of voices. Leave Evergreen. The bartender is back. Woo! Yeah, bring on the bartender. This place is a death trap.
Oh, you got wild in here, didn't you?
How you doing?
Hey, you here to make some more of your insane cocktails? Those, I mean, mere mortals cannot drink the cocktails that you made last night, but it was an inspiration. You were divinely moved, I would say, to create. But I will say, and he you see, he's working on the bartender's working on a sign on the bar. It says no longer serving flaming beverages. And he is just now like kind of carving out the last part with a big circle and a little fire icon that's like slashed through. Yeah, that it did get a little crazy last night. I mad respect and everything, but yeah, it was almost the last night we were here. Yeah, so and he takes the sign and starts nailing it up on the wall, and you could see he had already made like a couple of others that are being nailed up everywhere.
All about flaming ones, or is there anything else that that Leaf is implied to have done last night?
They were very passionate about no more flaming drinks.
Uh,
And if you look closely, you see that everything's kind of covered in a fine layer of soot. That's what that darkness is. We were very lucky.
You know what? I got this new thing to show you. It's really cool.
He pulls out this
right.
big book and plops it down and opens it up, and he grabs the pen.
All right, so I pull out a spare pillowy fruit cake. I hold it in my hand and produce flame.
What did I just say? Slams the book shut. Knocks it out of your hand. Stomps on it. What did I just say?
it was flambe.
But have you tried it?
The drink you made last night killed 3 people.
What? That's it? Damn, I must have done something
weak.
wrong.
They were weak. And he has this big book, and something's kind of echoing in the back of your head. Like, this book looks familiar. And he's like patting the book. And it looks like it's full of handwritten things. You did write some pretty good recipes last night. Pat, pat, pat.
Oh yeah? You mind if I take a look there and refresh me memory?
Remember, this is proprietary information. He hands over the book.
But of course.
Open it up to the page, and you see kind of a charred edge to one of the pages, and it's called Secrets of the Flame-Hearted Ale. And it has the list of ingredients. And Leaf, I will let you tell me what some of the ingredients are on this Flame-Hearted Ale. I have the rest of the ingredients, but you can get us started.
Oh, of course. So, what's the name of it again?
Flame-Hearted Ale.
Flame-Hearted Ale. All right. Well, first off, of course, there's some Eye of Newt. That's where you get the real secret tang from.
Oh.
Aye. It's kind of like a fish sauce of sorts, but not quite. And then there's some roasted cinnamons. It's got to be roasted. It can't just be ground or nothing. It's got to be roasted. And then this what was it there? Oh yes, cuttlefish tongue.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yep.
Okay, and let me know when you're ready for me to fill out the rest of the ingredients.
Yep. And then the skin of a spiral honey ham.
Oh my god, that's perfect. Oh, that sounds delicious. It also contains in equal parts methane, white gas, rubbing alcohol. And then it's lit, or it's you hold you light the end of a cherry and stick the cherry in, and then the cherry stem burns down until it finally gets inside of the cup. And that's when it's ready to drink, according to the notes made by in your own handwriting, although a little wobbly, but it is clearly your handwriting. This amazing drink. So I guess you have to drink it before the cherry stem burns down. I guess that's how it goes.
Yeah, because if it gets down too much and it gets to the roasted cinnamon, that just really sets off like sparklers.
That's why those 3 people died.
So the tender of the bar is like, I took some initiative, and he bends down and he picks up a whole freaking crate of bottle. It's actually more of a 6-pack, not a full crate. And he gives it to you, and he says, for the road. Now get the hell out of here.
Ooh.
And on the bottles it says fire-hearted. Yeah.
Now, if we ever find that one catfolk who was on the ship when we crashed it, you should give that to her.
Oh, I got some ideas for this.
Nice.
It may
but
or may
Barkeep,
not
before we
double-
go, we're looking for our walking talking box.
Oh, you mean Chesty? I'm surprised Chesty made it out alive last night the way you were freaking out and setting everything on fire. But
you know how it is.
I will say Chesty, what the hell? Oh yeah, I was freaking out so hard that damn chest bit somebody. And we had to that's when the party kind of really started to end. It was kind of really harsh in everybody's mood. That chest was freaking out, and it was honestly, I mean, could have been someone worse. We try not to have too many problems with these guys, but every now and then you get 1 or 2 of them in here and whatever. But I mean, Chesty was kind of doing us a favor by biting him. Yeah, okay. I'll just go ahead and say it. It was a goblin. It was a goblin. Kind of a long hat, sort of a reddish pink. I don't know. I don't recognize colors. And if you look around, you will see everything is actually in shades of gray. But yeah, they were scuffing. So we kicked them out onto the street. Sorry about your dog.
So he hasn't come this way at all?
Not since we kicked him out last night.
Have you seen like a little green creature with like a pink hat or hair or something?
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. A little dude.
Little dude.
Yeah, it was a goblin. It was a goblin. He was fighting with a goblin. I don't want to bring it up. I got people. It's a respectable establishment.
They haven't been this way today, though?
Yeah, that was last night. Yeah.
We're looking for that guy.
Yeah.
He stole our dog.
I don't know if he stole your dog. They were fighting, that's for sure.
No, the ladies down the street were just saying that he'd walked by with a dog with our dog.
Well, I don't know about the ladies down the street, but I do know that that dog was freaking out, was biting this goblin, which is really not a problem because we don't like goblins around here. And they were scrapping, so we kicked them out.
Well, thank you. I have to. I want to have it back. I didn't realize you'd gotten so overstimulated last night. Poor thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Poor
you
little
wanted
guy.
to talk about being that stimulated.
It seems like you were the one who got the most stimulated.
I don't know. I'd say everybody was kind of stimulated all around, but who am I? What do I know, right? I will say that this guy here, once he found out that there was a really fancy high-end boutique armorer down the street, could not stop talking about it. Like, pretty much, you guys, he had to drag you out, really. Well, we kind of kicked you out, but this guy here was like, yeah, let's go there. And so, I'm assuming that's where you guys went next. I don't know where the dog is.
Well, thanks anyway.
You're welcome.
Appreciate your time.
Can I get? Hey, listen. I'm willing to let bygones be bygones and not tease you anymore. If I can get like a sip of that. Can I get like a sip of that? I'll promise I'll be cool. I'll be so cool.
So you want a sip of this?
That ale? Yeah. If I start remembering anything from last night, I want a drink strong enough that I'll forget.
Oh.
I want to black out the last 48 hours.
Oh my god. Okay, wait.
Wait. But first, produce flame.
It does blow up. Roll for damage.
I breathe fire.
Oh,
You need to roll 3 d10s.
oh.
Oh, who rolled? Oh, I have to roll that.
Yeah, you blew a thing up.
In my mouth!
That's what she said.
It blew up in my mouth, and yes, she did say that.
And I guess you're going to need to make a saving throw, Kazan.
Oh, no.
Dexterity.
Okay. This is one of my good ones.
Actually, you too, Melinar. It's not a very big save.
Oh no. Evelyn, give me advantage.
Oh, that's not good.
Also, while we are at it, Leaf, you need to roll a dex saving throw with advantage because you have slight advantage to knowing where it is.
Somebody give me advantage, please.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to need advantage because +5 ain't going to cut it.
Evelyn, you're the best. The best. Oh, flat 20.
Leaf did better than me.
All right, so crap. Where were my rolls at?
Evelyn gave Kazan advantage.
Yeah, and I used it. Flat 20. Thank God. My other roll was a 2.
Remember how I said I was going to give you guys all magic items?
What's a magic item? That I
Leaf's
just
magic item was Greek fire,
Oh no.
but like an alcoholic version of it.
Eleanor, you auto passed.
Oh, thank you, Evelyn.
I had a 10 as my best roll.
With advantage? Ouch!
The other one was like a 6.
You earned it.
Okay, but what did you roll for damage of 3d10s?
19.
Okay, so these
Leaf, not 21.
Okay, so you don't take. Oh man, way to freaking enable Evelyn Evermore. So Leaf takes 0 damage from this mayhem, and you guys take 9 fire damage each. And you now have 5 bottles of Greek fire, which is now called Flaming Heart.
Oh, that stuff's great. That packs a punch.
Oh, hold on. You know what I didn't roll? The bartender, who took 19 fire damage. And let me roll the bar. That's not good. You might want to get out. Remember how I said it was like old alcohol and tobacco tar?
Oh no!
Oh,
You couldn't have waited.
It's not
until
going
I
to
was
explode because I rolled a
outside.
2. So it's not going to explode, which is what would have happened if it was a 1. This bar is fully on fire now.
The roof is on fire!
I reserve the right to stop being cool immediately. I said I'd be cool, and then you weren't cool. You lit me on fire.
You needed it if you wanted the drink. You had to have the drink properly. I didn't. He must have done something wrong. That shouldn't have blown up immediately.
Immediately.
Yeah, well, it did, and now we've got to
Plus,
do it.
produced flame doesn't generate heat until it's cast at somebody. So
Didn't you cast it?
obviously,
Produce
hate
flame?
screwed it up.
At me! At me!
Are you guys having this conversation inside a burning
Yes.
bar?
No, we're having this conversation running out of the burning bar.
yeah, I'm moving in a consistent direction towards the door. I was just thinking through my head as like, is anything in my little spell book possibly usable here? Nope. We need to leave. Let's get out. Everything I have will make it worse.
Mend.
Mending doesn't put out fires.
Nope.
Yeah. Thunderwave certainly isn't going to help the bar.
Not that bar. This was a historical establishment. This is one of the oldest bars, continually running bars. This is like the Lafayette Tavern in New Orleans. You know,
No.
it's been there for like 900 years.
That's warm.
And as you leave, you see one of the newly hung signs that says "No more flaming drinks." Fall off the wall.
I don't think we're ever going to
I'm
be
gonna
welcome
stick
in
that
this
in my
city
pack.
again.
What did you say?
That's
Leaf?
going in my pack.
You're gonna have to put the fire out on the thing, but you don't care.
Oh yeah, that's a piece of cake. A little bit of druid craft, you know.
Yes,
Oh
extinguish
my God.
A little bit of
So you
flame.
guys are standing out on the street watching this thing. And that bartender, I hate to tell you, didn't make it out. They got burned pretty bad. Fortunately, it was like daytime and there weren't a lot of people in there. Not that they could fit a lot of people in there, but yeah. So there you are, standing on the street, watching this tiny little place burn down. It's gone.
Well, congratulations. You've because you've increased the death toll dramatically from last night, I think.
I mean, that's barely a third of what happened last night.
Okay, this is a great time for confession. Whoops. Boop.
Oh, I don't know what hurts more, the burns from last night or the knowledge of last night.
Oops. That's the button.
He lit me on fire.
Yep.
I promised I'd be cool. I promised I'd be cool. And you lit me on fire anyway. Why would
Fire.
you do that?
Well, you know. I didn't exactly go as I thought it was gonna. So, well, you know, I don't think the drink was made quite right, but it's definitely gonna be useful. And we just need to find this damn dog so we can get out of here because things are just getting stranger and stranger each day we're here. You know what? I'd be home already by now if it wasn't for that damn mayor. The mayor likes to party. Maybe I could offer him a drink.
So brutal. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, folks, for making it halfway through the show. Okay, so if you're watching Nat 21 Adventures, the Mystmore Isles, if you're having a good time, hit that follow button. We have shows Monday through Thursday. Thank you to everyone who's supporting the show by subscribing and throwing bits. Confessions. Let's see, they were pretty good. Brought to you by our sponsors. The episode of Mystmore Isles is brought to you by Destination D&D at Mooncaster Castle Tour, which is coming right up, I think. It's going to be in July at Mooncaster Castle. Play D&D for a week at an 800-year-old castle. Yeah.
You might
800 years.
Cut up.
Yeah. DestinationDND.com to learn more. Shows also brought to you by Mabs Mobile Mercantile. Stickers, mugs, magnets, and more can be yours at Mabs Mobile Mercantile. Also brought to you by Whimsy Grotto. Imaginative creations galore are available at whimsygrotto.com. And Tabletop Tees. What do your favorite characters and nerdy pop culture references taste like? Find out with a purchase from Tabletop Tees. Now, speaking of Patreon, if you have not yet become a Patreon subscriber, now would be a good time to consider joining. Sponsors get a chance to win prizes, monthly AMA episodes, channel favorites, and more. Go to patreon.com/Nat21Adventures to learn how to join the fun. And follow us on social, everywhere you go. If you look for at Nat21Adventures, that's us. And we couldn't bring you this nonsense every week without you. Yes, thanks to you and your support and viewership, we can bring you action-packed campaigns like this one, where we burn the house down every day of the week. There's going to be fire. So, to you, huzzah. Oh, and a special shout out to our Twitch moderator who is also participating in tonight's game. Dam, dam, dam. And my
what excellent timing for that
Zoom focus. Yay! Crazy Art Crafts. I love it. Let's get back to our game. Focus. Back to our game. Undo this button here. The future did it. Now my camera chooses to stop doing the Zoom.
Although I will have you know, I'm not the first person to burn down a bar on Nat 21.
Nope.
Someone's idol did that first in the first season, maybe.
Hey, Scott. What's up? Hello. Mischief makers everywhere. Who burned down the bar? I don't know. Ayala burned down the bar?
Fighter, where you
Oh.
got the Shamzu, or Kazoo
Yeah.
did.
That was fun. That was fun.
Yeah,
Sarah.
we burned down part of Old Mage Town, like a whole bunch of it.
Oh yeah, the pirate district during the Battle of the Bards race.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome for being the one who never burned down anything.
Awkward. Oh my
I don't
gosh.
know. Apparently, you was burning down some Minotaur's wills and desires the other night.
Bow chicky chicky bow wow.
I burned down his self-esteem. That's not actively destructive.
That's what she said.
Oh, okay. When last we saw parties, they were standing outside watching a burning building go right down to the ground. And they were just mere blocks away, a single block away from a fancy high boutique armory. Would you say you would like to go there next?
We should go there again.
Oh, you think? Do you want to bring your wax cast with you? Should I just double back?
Well, no, that'll be for building more armor with stuff I might buy at the boutique.
I'm wondering if I shouldn't double back anyway. They might already be dismantling it.
We can go here first. Like I
Okay.
said, now that I understand the technique, I can always make another.
Do you remember how the technique worked? Because I don't remember anything about what my techniques were.
I got a good concept.
Find a high-end brothel, get yourself covered in wax, sensually
Excessively.
and excessively. Both of these things. There's probably somebody who knows somewhere where you can get that done in Magecroft, if I had to guess.
That's a good point. That'll cost you less than, what, 700 gold?
Or you just get someone that'll tell people what to do and they just, you know, their will and their knee bends at such an authoritative voice.
Now, as soon as I rediscover what my authoritative voice is, I'm using it to get you to submit to being slapped and or spanked and or just sticking my boot heel in your mouth, and then you'll say thank you for it.
Okay, where are we with the inhibitions? Because I feel like there's an inhibition roll coming. Leaf already burned his inhibition, so he's set down to 0. I'm gonna say let's bump Kazan's up one from that that thing you just went through that you were like so you get an inhibition point on that little rant there.
Oh boy.
And the fact that you were just burned down did pump some adrenaline. Malinar, you are cool as a dang cucumber. Thank you.
The health upbringing.
Oh, boy.
Oh yeah.
Upbringing, ring a ding ding, ring a ding ding. Kazan just hit 4.
Next on, do you want me to roll a d4 or do you want to roll a d4?
Well, see, I'll roll a d4 for options, and you roll a d4 for how long that's lasting. Woo! Okay.
What's your inhibition burst? flashback. What does it say? I can't read it from this. Oh, here I
It's
can make
too
it.
little word. It's not enough words. It's not going to be.
Oh, it's whip someone, and it lasts for 4 rounds. So again, this flashback is the lack of inhibitions, the thing that makes you not do the crazy thing that you know you're not supposed to do, but it creeps into the back of your head, like you don't have to really whip someone.
Do I have a
I
whip
guess
on
that
me?
kind of fits with
No,
the
I
rant
don't.
that she was just on.
Anything could be a
don't.
whip.
I don't have a whip, but there are definitely things. Oh yes, it's the crack into the shimmy. So if there is any sort of switch or rope or anything that looks like it'll snap in a satisfying way,
There is actually a stack of kindling that's not yet caught on fire, and they're like long switchy things.
I
If you was a druid, you'd have thorn whip.
kinky. I pick up my. I have a switch. I am a switch. It's all switches from here.
So a switch switches
The switch swishes.
with a switch.
Yes.
Switch,
And
switch.
well, actually, I'm not a switch. I'm not really. If we learned anything, I'm a top. But the point is, just gonna stop.
Okay, roll to attack.
The
Can you
point
roll
is
to
that I
attack?
pick one up, and well, I mean, Leaf his short stack is 100% earned.
Roll a d20 to hit. Roll to hit.
Is this an improvised weapon? Am I rolling with any problems
Roll a
here?
d20. We'll kind of go from there.
That's a natural 20.
Roll a d4 for damage.
1 point.
So you guys are sitting outside. Leaf, you're sassing this one. You are having a great time because the world is on fire and that bar is burning down, and you've got 5 bottles of really tasty booze that is highly flammable. You're sassing Kazon. Kazon picks up a stick and just goes, you see this crazy, like she whaps at you and hits you for 1 point of damage. Somehow she gets you.
Well, it'd be 2 because that was a 20 on the hit, right?
Oh, that's true. That's she hits you for 2 points. She whacks you in the
Man,
face.
she critted, and I took 2 points of damage.
It's an improvised weapon. Say thank you, mistress. May I have another?
Okay, that's
How about
2
a
rounds.
drink so you can cool your tits?
Oh, you want to cool these pillows?
Roll the hit. Roll the hit.
And at this point, I'm trying to make a stealth roll and meander down the street towards the armory.
That's a
Stealth it.
13.
Go ahead. What was your roll?
13.
What's your armor class, Leaf?
14.
That's right. It like
Grapple.
and go ahead and roll a stealth roll for me, Malinar, and roll a grapple roll for me, Leaf.
Yeah, it wasn't very good. 9.
You are walking, and hold on.
But I'm walking.
Grapple, is that rolled against my strength?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's got a roll. I want to
Target
hear what
must succeed on a strength/dex. It chooses which.
Dex. That's a 24 on my dex.
what did you roll for your strength?
Nope. I guess not.
So basically, you're hugging her leg.
Again.
Not 24. That is the correct answer.
Damn it,
And,
that's really fun.
1, 2, 3. So some of that impulse control fail has faded. And you can feel the ability to control your impulses has come back. Now, whether you choose to control your impulses or not is I'm going to let you make that decision, but
Mm,
you now have that option.
a little prop. I'm keeping this, and you earned it. And then I fall, and then I go down the street toward the armory.
Class act.
We have got to get the heck out of here. Nothing. This has all been a mess since that stupid show.
I fully agree with you there, but I really wanted to do that.
You make it to the armory. It is actually a really nice boutique armory, if you can even imagine. So there's chairs set up and gorgeous displays, and it's like you almost need to wear sunglasses. Everything is so shiny and bright in here. Whew, that movement thing's really messing with me. I've got to figure out how to turn it off. It's really shiny and bright in there, and you open the door, and it's almost like a velvet rope that you have to like stand and wait to be greeted by the person on the inside. And there's a it's almost like more like a store that's barely like an armory store. If you've ever seen the movie Joe versus the Volcano, it's the luggage store. If you haven't, it's a fellow comes in and he says, "Hello. What can I help you find?" And he's very calm and even measured, which is like the exact opposite of what you would expect to find at a blacksmith / armory. "Ah, sir, I see you have returned."
I have.
Would you care to see some of our work that you have commissioned?
Oh, I would, in fact. I'd like to see what it was that we discussed last evening.
Well, I will say your hands-on approach is very unconventional, but certainly one must respect mad skills. And he steps aside and gestures for you to enter in a little bit further into the shop. So it's like alcoves and hard, gorgeous, dark hardwood, and each alcove is backlit by some mysterious light, and each alcove contains a suit of perfectly tailored armor, very shiny, and each armor has a different motif to it and a different configuration of shaping, but like a lion's head, but the metal of the mane looks like it's kind of flowing, but just like little hints of flowing in the wind. And another one where it's like these big broad shoulders and everything is like engraved and etched within an inch of its life. It is the most beautiful armor you have ever seen. And if you could just roll a perception for me, Malinar, and anyone else who wants to roll a perception.
There we go.
Sorry, excuse me. I don't
Dirty
see
21.
shit.
Perfect. Malinar, you know that this is actually not just pretty, but very high quality armor as far as armor goes, which often it's a trade-off.
Mm-hmm.
It's either pretty or it's good. Armor.
Yeah.
But you can feel like an aura of magic coming off.
Mm.
And the rest of you, what were your rolls? You are muted.
I got a 13. It's better than I thought.
Okay, and what did you get, Leaf?
10.
A 10?
10.
All right. So Leaf and Malinar, Kazan and Malinar, you can feel like the waves of magic coming off. Malinar, you immediately recognize it. Kazan, you're like, oh, this is not just pretty, it's kind of magical. I can feel like a little bit of magic aura in here because it's kind of hard to not.
Why does it look so iridescent?
It does look very iridescent, and there is one suit of armor that looks like it is made out of mother of pearl in an entirety, like organically grown out of an abalone shell. Which is kind of cool. Now I want to see what that really looks like. But he gestures you. He's like, may I invite you back? Oh, you're up to 3 now. Perfect timing. He invites you back into the work area. He says, this is normally reserved for the Lord Craftsman himself. But you insisted last night, and it proved worthwhile. And he again gestures for you to go through the door into the back room. And he kind of looks at the two of you with a little suspicion. And he looks down at you, Leaf. And he looks at you, Malinar, with this look of like, do I have to?
I will vouch for them today. I do not believe they will cause us any issues.
I look down at Leaf. And then I look back at you. As if to say, are you positive about that one?
The answer is no. He's not positive about that one. All right. So you go into the back room, and it is probably one of the cleanest, tidiest workshops you have ever seen in your life. And you see a nice drafting table, and the smith is back there, and their face is covered with a piece of armor, like a armor mask armor that is kind of like sculpted to a human face. And he says, Armorer, you have returned. And his mouth moves. The metal on the face mask moves like when he moves his mouth. Armorer, you have returned.
Ooh.
And
I've come to see your
you got
progress
triggered?
on my designs.
You got triggered, so you see this place. And if you could roll a D4 for me. Did you have any inhibitions predetermined?
I do. In this case, it's going to be that I will boast of my abilities. It just seems too fitting for where we walked in.
Oh, okay. So you have 4 rounds of boasting of your abilities. You come in and he says, I see the armorer has returned. And then this moment of such joy and orgasmic delight of being in this place and him addressing you as the armorer and you seeing this armor mask that looks like flesh move. It's like, oh my God, the focus.
Again, a perfect timing on that zoom.
These were my ideas, were they not?
Oh, yes. Some of these were your ideas. And he gestures to these plans and it says, armor or armor. Armor. I'm sorry. It says armor amor. Armor amor. It's all one word.
I must further inspect my genius.
He kind of, you see him kind of like look at you a little bit and go, well, yes. and he shows you some of the work area of there's a wax mold of your torso, creepily lovingly made. So
We already had it.
it looks like not all of the wax was still there at the velvet pouch, but so the beginnings of silver armor pieces are kind of laid out on the torso a little bit, and it kind of looks like it was poured on there. And then he's like, I was only able to help you a little bit last night before you passed out in the molten steel bath, which I thought was a bold and brave choice on your part. And he gestures to this vat of molten, like liquid molten steel silver blend of clearly like a magic based metal, because the way it moves as though it is almost alive. But the armor that you had commissioned and drew up these plans for, a little confusing, but definitely inspired, is nowhere near complete.
Well, perhaps talents are disbalanced, but hopefully you have the right idea.
He almost looks like he's offended. Because now we're matching ego here. You question my talents?
Needless to say, a skilled hand matches well with genius. A great pair we would make.
All right. He nods. That is very accurate. And by now that impulse control has restored, so you get to decide if you wish to continue.
But I must commend you on your absolutely amazing work in a short period of time, and no offense.
I understand the idiosyncrasies and the eccentricities of genius. Unfortunately, we only just started this project last night. We have many more months to go. But I do not recommend you jumping into the vat of molten metal anytime soon. Quite honestly, I am surprised you have recovered as well as you have.
My methods are a little unique, apparently.
I would concur. May I ask what has brought you here to my shop today?
Our pet. You haven't happened to have seen him come through, perhaps with a small goblin-esque individual?
Oh. Yes, actually, this morning, on my constitutional walk, I saw your chest. Delightful and creative and unique design. Fighting with a goblin underneath a cart on the road. They were playing, I believe, tug of war with a hat. Now, I know it looked as though they were headed towards the warehouse district.
Well, we should probably get going then. Leave the man to his work.
We should probably go. Yes. However, before we step out, might I inquire? Were there any particular items that I had my eye on last evening that are something that is ready that I could take with us? I do recognize your talents, and though there's much work to do, would like to acquire some goods from you today.
Well, actually, you do mention such a thing. I might have a thing here. These gloves. And he gestures to the maitre d' to say, to bring those gloves. And he comes back with a box. With the box has like a lot of arrows drawn all over it. And he opens the box, and there's a pair of gloves. They're like fingerless dark leather gloves, but they have like bullseye circles, like concentric circles on the palms. And he says, with what you paid in a down payment last night, I would be honored if you took these.
Much appreciated. May I inquire as to their nature?
They're really just a simple thing. They just absorb missiles, you know. I would expect an armorer such as you might have fun exploring the details and intricacies of such a thing.
If it matches the exquisite nature of many of your other works here, I am sure I will be most impressed.
Once again, your silver tongue is of the finest metal I have ever heard.
Don't make me roll charisma checks on that, by the way.
I kind of like side eye Leaf, and I make this motion.
I can't believe those words came out of my mouth, to be perfectly honest.
I can.
All right.
Come, let's go
All right,
find
if
our
you're
chesty
broken
friend.
egos and other stuff, let's get a move on.
Let's see. You got something that explodes, and you got something that explodes. You got something that we don't know what it does.
And you got
Whatever.
an earring.
I got
You got an earring.
just the one.
Just the one earring.
I stick it in my ear.
It fits. Looks nice. It's a very sexy earring.
I don't have a matching earring on my jewelry case. I was looking.
It can also look like, I
nice
just like
dangly
the
one.
idea of it being a little conch shell, like a little tiny.
I do have a
seashell.
very nice dangly one that I could grab.
All right, let's get off to this next place quick.
Yes.
Which could be on the thing you recall he did mention warehouse 7.
Not to be confused with Warehouse 13.
Right?
The 13th warehouse doesn't exist.
Yeah. That's duh. But the 7th one does.
Where did we go? Why did we go to the warehouse district of all places?
Maybe you did, maybe you didn't, but you know that that's the direction that the dog was heading.
All right, follow the splinters.
Ooh.
Are there splinters? Oh no, I don't want him to get hurt.
No, there's no splinters. Aww.
Oh.
Yeah, there's little piles of mulch on the side of the street.
Aww.
He's shedding. That's a good one, Evelyn.
That's funny. All right.
All right.
So we are going to have to kind of cut tonight's game a little short We got a couple more, maybe 10 more minutes to go before we have to kind of cut the game short tonight, because we want people to stick around for the Gothic Horror Gaming Show, which starts at 9 p.m. tonight, if it does happen, which I think it will. We're going to start a new campaign tonight. We were kind of shoehorning this in here. I was kind of hoping we could get to the end, but I happen to know how the end is going to play out, and it is not going to be a quick end.
Oh dear.
But I will say, you guys make it down the road. La 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 la, traveling down the road, boop boop, and you go past this building, which is called the Hiding Hope, and it kind of rings like a little dim thing. It's another tavern, but it's got a secret society. We were gonna stop there, but I'm skipping over that because of time. And here you guys are in the warehouse district. Let's see. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Somehow I numbered that one 7. I don't remember why. It probably should have been warehouse 8, but I liked the number 7. It's this bad boy right here. As you come down this street, you turn down the street to the warehouse district. You hear loud thumping. See if I can do this.
It's like
like music, or like something heavy walking, or
like that.
Kind of it's really hard to tell because it's like subsonic thumping. But it is rhythmic. I'll give you that. It's definitely rhythmic. So you're at the end of the street where the warehouse things are. Yeah, there's like some ships, but like where ships pull in here. Oh, I'm pointing on the wrong screen. Ships pull in here in this area and unload things, and then kind of like store their goods in these warehouses here until they can be shipped out to other parts of the city and this coast.
like the sound of machinery.
It could be the sound of machinery. It could be music. It could be somebody banging something. But it is subsonic and it is loud. And actually, it's as you get down start walking down the streets, you can feel like parts of your body vibrating. It's so. I haven't played Baldur's Gate yet, so I don't know.
A furry one decided to come in.
Okay.
Hello,
Get down
kitty.
there. Okay. We're getting there.
They are.
Oh, I want to put that face.
All right. So what do we see?
yes,
Many
you're
adorable
thanks
cats
too,
on
buddy.
streams. Today's been a great day for adorable cats on stream.
Aw.
She's just gonna block me out. That's what she does.
I hear you.
Takes all the attention.
Wait, can you guys hear him crying? Hey, buddy. What? Come here. Shy boy's coming. Hi, sweetie. Oh, you guys, this is monumental. He never comes this close. Wow. I know you guys can't see it and it means nothing, but this is kind of a big deal.
Amazing.
Hi, baby.
Do we do our final confession?
Okay. I want to get a little closer.
Okay.
Just get. Yes, baby, I'll be there in a minute. Just a little closer. Get a little closer. It's thumping. It's thumping.
We head towards the thumping.
Yes, and it's shaking your body. And you get closer, and you start seeing one of the warehouse is like kind of shaking, but you see flashing lights, like sparks, or just like what do they call it? The dazzling colors spell.
Dazzling lights.
Dazzling lights. Thank you. Is happening, and it's coming from the windows, and something big is happening in this one warehouse.
Oh snap! It's a rave.
They're still going from last night.
Oh no! Oh no! What are they
And
doing to our dog?
You see the door open. And the door closes. And there's like a goblin throwing up.
What kind of goblin? What do they
A
look
little
like?
green goblin throwing up. He's got like a long hat that's got like pink and red stripes on there.
Tidal wave.
He wipes his mouth, and that's where we go to final confessions. Okay, final confession. There we go.
Wait, that looks like. Wait a minute. It's a goblin. Hat, the pink, and the green, and I cast tidal wave on that motherfucker. He ain't going nowhere. We're gonna go, and it's gonna be a level 3 spell. That's what's gonna go whoosh.
I don't. What did? Why? Why did we stay? That was a stupid idea. It was a stupid idea to stay at that house. On the other hand,
Oh, so now they agree it was a stupid idea.
as if he didn't stay at that house too. On the other hand, it did allow me to figure out that I really, really like whipping people. It's not all bad.
So, I think Uncle Eldritch was right. You get placed in compromising situations. You meet some of the best and most talented people. Should have paid more attention.
Aww. Oh, I'm trying. There's the button. Bring on the party gods! Woo! Yeah! All right. On that note, let's see what happens next month as we wrap up the Dude, Where's My Dog episode of Mystmore Isle, the Patreon Saints game. And I do love this idea that he's throwing up glow sticks, because that's 100% accurate, folks. There is definitely a goblin rave happening in this warehouse building. So sharpen those ears up next week. Grab those glow sticks. And whatever the kids are using now, pacifiers, if that's still a thing. And tune in next month as we find out what these crazy grand Patreon saints are doing in a rave, with or without inhibitions. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun.